Hi, I'm Tim Max, and this is a breakdown of my song Broken. So we're going to do this in a few different videos. The first video, we're going to talk about the verse of the song, and then we'll also do a video on the drop, the vocals, and also mixing and mastering. So we come into my project file, and I'm working in Nuendo, which is basically the same as Cubase. The way I like to set up my projects is I'll have a bunch of tracks that are, say, the drums, tracks that are the synths, and I'll send, and the vocals as well, and I'll send different tracks into group channels down here, and then I'll link the group channels to other group channels, and what that will allow me to do is to not only compose the song, it'll also allow me to mix and master the song all within the same project file. And then when it comes to output it, basically what I'll do is feed the output from the computer out to an analog system and then record the result back into it. So let's start off with the verse. Now, if you haven't heard the track Broken, I'll put a link below where you can go and listen to it. Okay, so starting up, we've got a few different little parts. First of all, we've got this synth here. So this is this song is in D minor. This is the notes I'm playing. It's just like a eighth note kind of thing with some chords. I'm going to be releasing a Sylenth pack with all of the sounds from a bunch of my different songs. So this is a pluck sound. And then on top of that, or underneath that I should say, we've also got this pad sound playing the same chords, but it's got a slightly different sound. So you can almost kind of barely hear it, but it's to create atmosphere. So if I put the two on top of each other, they'll sound like this. And then also what we've got on top of this is a slight variation of the riff from the drop. And that sounds a little bit like this. So that's just a pluck with a delay on it. A little bit later in the verse, we're also going to add in another sound just to vary it up, kind of like to vary it up every 8 bars or so. So this will sound like that. So what we've done is added this sound. Again, it just gives it that extra little element to carry it from one kind of phrase to the next. Then a little bit further on, what we'll do is we'll get into the chorus, and that's where we'll start introducing some guitars as well. So if I play that from here, you can see I've got the guitar track down here. Now this is just a guitar loop, which I've chopped up, and I've provided some or added some extra reverb to it. I've actually exported this down into one audio file. Initially it was a few different ones, but for the purpose of this tutorial, I wanted less elements running in the project file. Otherwise it might lag a little bit with this recording running at the same time. But here's what the guitar sounds like. It's actually not that great of a guitar sound. So what I've done is with an EQ, I've cut out the bottom end and the top end of it. It's kind of like a really kind of arched curve there. And I'll play you the difference between the two. So you still get the main element of the guitar, but you don't want any of that higher end or that lower end to kind of muddy up your mix. We'll focus more on that later in the mixing section. So this is kind of as the chorus starts, we've got this hit of FX, which is like this. All of the effect sounds and drum sounds I'm getting from the Vengeance sample packs. It's a really, really standard sample pack for dance music, or a series of sample packs. I highly recommend them though, because their drum sounds are fantastic. So here's what the verse and the chorus sound like with everything playing.
Take it back, I'm running back to our time. I want it back, we'll make it last. I still feel, even though we're broken apart, this is how it goes. Every day you're in the dark, and you're living with a broken heart.
Okay, so that's it for the verse. As I mentioned, we're going to cover vocals in another video. But if you come back tomorrow, we're going to talk about the drop. Thanks for watching. If you like it, subscribe. Don't forget to go and check out the full song. I'll leave a link in the bar below. And I'll see you tomorrow.
Living with a broken